Now let's update the app bar in our flashcards testing page. So I want to update the theme, and on the left hand side I also want to create an image. So for drinks we'll have the image of drinks. Now we can update the properties here. So we can set the elevation and center the title, but a better way to do that is if we go to themes, and then in our app bar theme we can set the elevation here, and also I want the center title to be true. So therefore the default values for all of our app bars will be this, and we do not need to set the values in all our individual app bars, so that helps keep our code concise and our app consistent. And in our home page we can then remove these properties here because they will already be the default values. So now if we do a hot restart, we can see the home page still has 0 elevation here and the title is still centered. Let's go here and we can see that this app bar, which is a slightly different style, so I want the app bar for this page, our settings page and the review page, to be this style, and our home page will be slightly different, but all app bars will have the title centered and no elevation, so that will be part of our app bar theme. Okay, cool. So now let's add in an image on the left hand side. So if we go to our flashcards page in our app bar, we can use the leading property. So here we can pass in a widget that will appear on the left hand side. So we'll pass in an asset, image.asset, and now we want to pass in the path for the asset, the image. So this will be assets, images, and now we need /, and now we need the name of the topic. So we can get that from notifier, from provider, from here, and we can select topic and then write .png. Cool, and just delete this S here. So assets, images, /, this will be the topic name .png. So let's see how that looks. Do a hot reload. Cool, so we've got beach, and now we've got the image of our beach that we have on the home page. I'm also going to put a little bit of padding around here. So right click, wrap with some padding. Cool, that looks a little bit cleaner. Cool, so now we want that image to animate from our home page to this position when we navigate pages. So this is quite easy to do. We'll go to our topic tile, and here we can wrap the image in a hero widget, and this has one property that we must pass a value into, and that's the tag. So the tag in this case will be the topic name because each topic will be different. Cool, so we can just write in topic here because we have this as a string, so this tag must be of type string, so I'll pass in the topic. So in this case that will be beach. And then if we go back to flashcards, we'll also wrap this image in a hero. And as long as we've got the same tag, Flutter will be able to do the rest. And here we'll access the tag by notifier, which we've got from our consumer, .topic. Alright, cool. So this should work. So let's check this out. Do a hot restart. Let's click on drinks. Cool, and we can see that animated from home page to that spot there. Let's look at that once more. Cool, okay, so that's looking good. Next up is on the right hand side, I want to have an X icon that will exit this page and take us back to the home page. So I've used the leading property for the left hand side. For the right hand side, we'll use actions, and this takes in a series of widgets. In this case, we just want one. We'll use the icon button. So this has a function that will be called whenever this button is tapped. And then for our icon, we'll write icon. And then here we can write icons dot and select the icon we want. In this case, icons dot clear. So heaps of different options. Do a hot reload. Cool, so now we have an icon popping up there. And now when this is tapped, we want to navigate back to the home page. So in here, we'll use the navigator class to do that. And because we've removed the home page from our stack of pages, we need to push back on the home page. So if we didn't remove it, we could have just popped off this page and we'd be back on the home page. But in this case, I want to push back on the home page, and I want to use push and remove until. So this method here will push back on the home page and remove all other routes. And that will essentially just refresh the app when we navigate back to the home page, which will help with how we manage the state of the application later on. So to do that, we'll pass in material page route similar to before, and then we'll push on the home page here. So use the arrow syntax and write in home page. Cool. And to have all previous routes removed, we must set the route predicate. This bit of code here returns false. Cool. So now when we go back to a home page, all previous routes will be removed, and that'll keep our app working nice and smoothly. Alright, cool. I'm just going to press Ctrl-Alt-L, get that formatted, and now let's see how that looks. Do a hot restart. I'll tap body, exit. Cool. And we can see the hero animation is working, and that's giving this a nice seamless look as we navigate from the home page to this page. And the last thing I want to do is refactor out this app bar into its own standalone widget, and the reason for that is I want to reuse this widget in a few different pages. So we'll be using this in this page and also the settings page and review page. So it makes sense to have this in its own widget instead of duplicating this code, and it also ensures we have a consistent app bar in different pages. So right click, refactor, extract Flutter widget. We'll name this custom app bar. Here we need to create a new consumer. So this is just the same as the consumer we created above. Flashcards notifier. Create the builder again. Cool. And we can leave this consumer in place because we'll be needing it later on, so no point removing it. Okay, now we have one small issue, and our app bar is expecting a preferred size widget, and this is not a preferred size widget that it's getting. So to fix that, we can right click, wrap with widget, and wrap this with a preferred size, and we can use preferred size because that implements the preferred size widget, which is an abstract class. So therefore this will be accepted, and we still have a red line because we need to fill in the preferred size property. So let's pass in size from height, and we'll put in 56, which I believe is the standard height for the app bar in the material design. Okay, cool. So we now have this set up. Let's also put this custom app bar in its own file. So we'll make this as a component. I'll create a new directory. I'll name this app, and let's create a new Dart file, and I'll name this custom app bar. Let's paste that in, import the material, import provider, import our model class, Flashcards notifier, and import our home page. Cool. And then back here, we now need to import that new file we created. So import that. All right, cool. So we now have our app bar set up, and we can reuse this throughout the project.